they're always given set of rules and regulations of that school. And they're told to read carefully with their parents, and then they sign against those rules. Some do not even go through those rules. Some do not even read those rules. Some, because of the thrill of joining Form 1, they don't even know anything about those rules. And so when they come to school, they still behave the same way they were behaving when they were in primary school. Some of them get issues with adjusting from boarding school to day school to boarding school. And then primary school or school, of course, to secondary school, some of them get issues adjusting to that. And so sometimes they find themselves in trouble with the teachers. See, for instance, when you come to high school, you're supposed to wake up at a certain time. And it is usually some wee hours if you're in a boarding school. Hey guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. This is yet another video of Walk With Me to Work. And for those who know me, I've ever done a Walk With Me to Work again. And today I'm going to do yet another video. And you can see it's such a chilly morning here. But of course, we keep going. Now, for those people who do not know me, I'm Wanjiru Kabuchi. I'm a teacher by profession. And I do this every day. The school that I work in, it's quite a distance from the main road, and so I have to be dropped by around 7. Then I have to walk to school for about 25 minutes up to school, and you use different routes depending on the weather. So today is such a chilly morning, and of course we have a lot of mist and fog, and have a lot of dews, so I cannot be able to walk through the other route. If you've never watched my videos, there's another video of me walking to school, and you can see that is a different route. But generally, this place is usually very deserted, but it's very, very safe. So nobody will ask you, nobody will bother on you when you're walking. So one thing I love about this place is the ambience and the serenity of this place, especially in the morning. Now, we first of all have to say that this place, for those people who have not watched my other video, please go and watch it. And I said in that other video that this place is usually arid and semi-arid area. But we know what? We thank the heavens because it has rained and the place is green. Very green right now. There is plenty of water and everything. Otherwise, when it's during drought, it's usually very hectic because of course it's so dry. Then of course we have scarcity of water and all that. But anyway, we move on regardless, and we really thank God for that. Now today, as I'm walking to school, over the weekend and in the last like 3-4 days, there has been a trend, and this trend has been of schools being exposed, and the schools are being exposed by people who attended those schools. And these guys think that certain teachers were toxic and think that these schools traumatized them. Now, that is a trend that is going on TikTok, and so many schools have been exposed. So many teachers have been exposed. And first of all, I want to say this without fear, that some of those teachers who are being exposed there unfortunately are not on social media. So us, the young generation, are probably the one who are on social media. So probably these people are not on social media, so they're not able to keep up with what is the trends and all that. And there is even one of a school that was around me, and I know the teachers of that place, and I know some of the teachers who are exposed there. So I downloaded the video and I sent them to them, and I told them, "Wah, pia mnyinyi umefikiwa." And they were very having nothing. They were not having any idea of what is it that I was talking about. I had to explain to them what is the trend is all about and why they have been exposed. And some of them got very agitated. And he kind of even called me. He even called me and asked me, "Are you sure that this thing is trending? Are you sure that someone has exposed me this much? Are you sure that someone has, such kind of stuff?" And a lot is happening. And I want to talk from a teacher's perspective now that I'm a teacher. And I don't want to favor anybody. I don't want to say that They're not teachers who could be harsh, or who could be their method of their way of instilling discipline to this student could be a bit harsh to this student. I'm not disputing that. But on the other hand, I want us to talk about what are some of the things that students do that actually make them to collide and to be having issues with the administration. Because let me tell you for free, that if you do not bring up your son with certain virtues, if you don't bring up your daughter with certain virtues, those are the ones who are exposing whatever they are doing. And let me first of all say this, that those people who are exposing others on social media and those people who are exposing teachers on social media, one thing that they are forgetting is that their parents somewhere, their bosses, their rules and regulations in the organization that they work in. And those organizations dictates what should be done. And so, of course, because in each and every situation or in each and every setup, there are usually some people who do not want to confine with the rules and regulations set. They always have issues. Now, they are playing on the safer side because nobody has exposed their parents. Now, I'm speaking on the behalf of those teachers who have been exposed, and yet these guys are not on social media. Parents, let's first of all agree that it is very wrong, and if your son or your daughter has exposed any of the teachers, you should have a sit up with them and discuss with them, because I think we are past that age of ignoring and parents saying that it's okay for them to do whatever they want. Now, we have different developmental stages of a child, which I'll discuss in another video. But basically today I want to talk about the different virtues that each and every student should uphold, and so that at least they don't even have to be driven for them to do what is right of them. Now, when a student gets to school, they are given a set of rules and regulations that they're supposed to confine, and they're supposed to guide them in each and everything that they're doing. Pause kidogo. This is my morning. Okay, tuendele. So when students are admitted in school and in Form 1, they're always given a set of rules and regulations of that school. And they're told to read carefully with their parents, and then they sign against those rules. Some do not even go through those rules. Some do not even read those rules. Some, because of the thrill of joining Form 1, they don't even know anything about those rules. And so when they come to school, they still behave the same way they were behaving when they were in primary school. Some of them get issues with adjusting from boarding school to day school to boarding school. And then primary school or school, of course, to secondary school, some of them get issues adjusting to that. And so sometimes they find themselves in trouble with the teachers. See, for instance, when you come to high school, you're supposed to wake up at a certain time, and it is usually some wee hours if you're in a boarding school. And you're not used to this. You're used to waking up at 7 and getting to class by 7:30 and all that. So it takes some time for you to adjust yourself and get to, that routine of waking up at around 4:34 and 5. And then again, number 2, this also takes some time because you have to make sure that now at this time you have to wake up, prepare yourself, maybe take a shower, then get to class for preps. Some take time to adjust to that. Then the next thing that students take time to adjust to is the issue of the different subjects that we have. Primary school, we all agree that they usually have 5 subjects. And this for 844, they only have 5 subjects. And so when they come to high school, they are now doing around 12 subjects. That again is a big, huge adjustment. Talk about the different routines. You're supposed to be class by 6. You're supposed to start your lessons by 8. You're supposed to be in class the whole day up to 4. There is a routine after 4, maybe games, maybe societies. Then after that, of course, there is supper. Then there is the evening prep. Now, students who do not adjust to this kind of a routine will always have issues with teachers, will always have issues with the teacher on duty, will always have issues with the prefect. And there's so many other duties, like cleaning the class, of course, cleaning the compound, and so many other duties. Let's not say that, of course, these things are backward, because that is what is exactly happening in the setup of 844 in most of the schools. Now, students who do not adjust to that will have issues with the administration, will have issues with the teacher on duty, will have issues with the class teachers. Now, let's move from that. Number two, in most boarding schools, unlike primary school, where of course it's multiple choices and students do not have a lot of syllabus to cover and all that. But now you are in high school where you are expected to read, comprehend, understand, sit for an exam, recall what you have been taught, and of course put it in practice. Some students, again, they take time to adjust to that. That again is something that majority of the students find themselves not easily adjusting to. So now they start having issues. And then remember also, these stages, as they are doing all this, there is also development stage. This is where, of course, we are having students undergoing different development stage. This is adolescent, and the majority of them are going through adolescent stage. So this stage, again, it comes with a lot of baggage. This is where the student is identifying themselves. This is where the students are learning who their real identity is. And they are away from the parents. There is a lot of peer pressure. There is a lot of sense of identity and belonging and all that. So if they do not get the right information and they are not guided the right way, they will have issues. They will not be able to adjust. Now, how does that one now impact the students? Say, for instance, a student who has always been having parents. Akiamka asubuhi, the mom is there to prepare for her or him breakfast, drop them to school, and so many other issues. So these people will not now have anybody to guide them, will not have anybody to let them know or to tell them, this is what you need to do. This is your breakfast. Nobody is telling them that. So these guys will find themselves not be able to adjust. And so they start now having the queer behaviors, the character of, wanting to now be noticed around the compound. And so some of them will have defiant, will have very bad characters, will not wake up at the right time, will not take breakfast at the right time, and so many other things that students do not do the right way. And so there's someone who is now here on duty, who is supposed now to ensure that the classes are clean, who is supposed to ensure that the compound is clean. Do you think that teacher is going to be loved? No, because he's going to push or she's going to push the student to do what is expected of them. And so these students who are not self-driven, these students who are not responsible, these students who are not strong in character are the one now coming here and saying, a certain teacher was bad. A certain teacher was bad. And branding teachers the way they are branding. Principals, they are not the best when it comes to the students. Students do not love them. Why? Because in Form 1, I'm talking now in girls' scenario. Most girls, when they come to Form 1, they're usually very tiny. They're usually not well-formed and all that. So some of them, when they're given skirts, the skirts are usually oversized to them when they're in Form 1. And even boys, when you're in Form 1, the skirts that you're given or the trousers that you're given, they're usually oversized. So they're okay. Now you start now adjusting them to your liking. Yeah? You maybe shorten them, you maybe cut them, and then you slim them to your liking. Now you come to school with the same skirt, and then you are caught by the boarding master or the boarding mistress. And they tell you that you're not supposed to do that, which is a rule, again, that you signed in your admission form. But because students do not read these rules, they think that now this teacher is seeing for them. This teacher is being harsh. This teacher is being misunderstanding and all that. But in the real sense, it is them who never read the school rules and regulations. That is stipulated that nobody should adjust their skirts or nobody should slim their trousers and all that. So to me, as a teacher, and you can see the journey that I've taken from the main road up to now, I'm still walking to work. And then I meet a student who has not done what is stipulated of them. These students have slept in school. They have spent the time in school. And this student has not taken time to clean maybe a small portion, has not taken time to clean their tables. Some of them do not Some of the students do not even clean their tables, do not even clean their plates, do not even clean their cups. You don't expect me as a teacher to just say, atafunzwa na mama yake. There is a reason why you're in school. There's a reason why you signed for those rules. There is a reason why we have to push you and let you be responsible to those rules. You have to confine to that. And let me say this, that as parents, we have a big role in shaping the character of these boys or these girls before even the teacher come in and shape them and educate them and do all that is expected of them. Remember, of course, the society has entrusted the teacher with so much to instill discipline, to make them perform, to instill character. And yet, even when you do that, chances are that you're not going to be appreciated as a teacher. Now, the kind of appreciation that you're going to get and the kind of rewards that you're going to get is the one that is trending on social media. Is the one that they're saying that the following teacher was harsh, the following teacher was toxic. And yet, maybe when they were in school, and I want to this, and I'm saying this without fear of contradiction, that most of these guys who are trending that trend, who are doing that trend, if you go back to the files and check on their character when they were in school, trust you me, those guys were suspended. Trust you me, those guys were given a punishment. Trust you me, those guys, maybe they were asked to come with their parents in school. And so that is why, even when they're trending other teachers, their parents are not commenting. Their parents are not saying anything. So it shows the negligence that we have in the society. It shows the level of irresponsibility we have in the same society. Because let me tell you, and trust you me, that a person who is doing that trend, exposing the different teachers, will also do the same in their place of work. Will not confine with the set rules and regulations of that organization. And if an action is taken against them, they will still expose their bosses. So we need to come out strongly and instill virtues and instill character to our children as we're bringing them up. Let them know that respect is earned, despite what. Respect is earned. You not tell me that, oh, this is an era where nothing. Respect is earned. You have to instill to your child a sense of identity. Who are they? Do they identify themselves better? That is number 2. You have to instill to the student or to your son or to your child or to your daughter the sense of integrity. They have to have those values. They have to have these virtues, whether you like it or not. You have to ensure you as a parent instill to your child a sense of self-driven. This is where they don't have to be followed up for them to do the right thing. They don't have to be followed up for them to study. They don't have to be followed up for them to wake up the right time and all that kind of stuff. Because if you don't do that, trust you me, even when they are working, wherever they are and working, there are set rules and regulations. You cannot just go and behave the way we want in an organization just because you think you are of that certain caliber or because you think you are certain class. Those rules set in that organization, you have to make sure that you follow them to the letter. Yeah? So, the trend that is happening, to me, I strongly condemn it as a teacher. Because I'm telling you, parents, the kind of trust that you have towards a teacher, when they tell you that your boy is misbehaving, chances are that they know that boy is misbehaving 100%. When you're called to school to discuss the conduct of your son, when you're called to school to discuss the conduct of your daughter, trust you me, there's something wrong with their character. So I'm strongly calling upon the parent to ensure that, especially when the kids are growing up, please instill the sense of responsibility. Please instill in them the sense of self-driven. Instill in them respect. Let them respect everybody. Let them respect people who are older than them. Let them respect the authority. And it doesn't have to mean that they're respecting that because it is forced. No, let it come automatically. If they cannot respect you as a parent, how do you expect them to respect the teachers? If they cannot respect you as their father nyumbani, una expect akuja a respect mwanaume mwingine nyumbani huku shule? Hapana. So please parents, let's not shift our main responsibility as parents to other people. It's our core business to ensure that our kids are having the best characters to be emulated out here. Trust you me. Trust you me. So to me, that trend, it's so unfortunate. It's so unfortunate that is happening, and nobody is coming out to defend it, or nobody is coming out to condemn it. And you can see how the society has neglected the teacher. And yet the teacher is also entrusted with so much. If anything happened today, and there's a certain teacher who is trending, the whole society will come out. The whole society will come out to condemn it, to say it is wrong, to say the teacher should have behaved differently. But now their sons and daughters are doing that. Nobody is talking. Nobody is talking. So it's such an unfortunate scenario, and it is such an unfortunate thing that is happening. And I strongly condemn that trend. And trust you me, and I want you to go out there and check the character of those people who are making those things trend. This is how they're doing it. Now in social media, you have a chance of creating a pseudo account and making things work for you. So these guys have created a pseudo account. A pseudo account is one that you cannot be able to identify who has done that. Unaelewa? So si mtu mwenye ni courageous enough to come and say, this is me, and this is my school, and I'm exposing this school. Nobody. All those accounts that are trending and those accounts that are doing that challenge, they are all pseudo accounts. That tells you that these guys have some characters that they still do not want to be known, their true identity. These are the worst people. These are the kind of people who, even in your house, they make things disappear mysteriously. And then they come here portraying how innocent they are. That is the same people. And let me tell you, even you who is doing that trend, you're not going to be employed by your mother. You're not going to be employed by your father. And let me tell you, in this era of social media, there's some companies that scrutinizes your social media and how you use your social media. So how are you going to be portrayed if someone scrutinizes your social media and they come to unearth your bad character, such like those? Do you think they will employ you? Because they know that even if it has taken you some years, some 3 years, to expose a certain school and saying that the following teachers were toxic, what prevents you from doing the same in an organization that you'll be employed? Who want to employ such a person? Nobody. Nobody wants to do that. So please, parents, let's condemn some of these things. And let's not be doing things for us to be loved. Let's call a spade and not a big spoon. Because that is what we want. A sense of identity, a sense of integrity, virtues that are, that are good, that they can be emulated by everybody. And one thing that is, even these guys are forgetting, is that, all things are happening in a season. They will, in one day, be taking their sons and daughters to school. Would they want their daughters to behave the same way? Would they? So please, as a society, let's come out strongly and call upon these guys and tell them that respect is earned. Today you might be doing that and thinking that is just a trend. But tomorrow it might blow up on you. Might blow up on you. So from a teacher's perspective, I highly condemn that trend. And I strongly say that as parents, let's take our responsibility. Let's take full charge of our sons and daughters. Let us teach them the virtues. It is not enough to just say that they go to church. It is not enough. Parents have become so busy that sitting down with their sons and daughters and talking to them about certain issues, it is very hard. On the other hand, as a teacher, a lot is expected of me. I'm supposed to finish up on the syllabus. I'm supposed to push you to ensure that you get the good grades. So I might not be having enough time to do guidance and counseling and to listen to each and every boy or each and every daughter and what they're going through. It's very hard. So please, let's all collaborate. Let's all join hands. Let's all be on the front in terms of instilling the best character to our sons. Character that you'll not be ashamed of, you as a parent. Character that you'll not be ashamed of, you as a guardian. So thank you so much. I'm about to get to school now, and I'm happy that I'm able to discuss that. So please, let's emulate the best traits. Let's teach our boys, our girls, the best character traits. And then at the end of the day, we are going to smile. We're going to see the fruits of our hard labor, the fruits of you paying the school fees, the fruits of you sacrificing, and all that. Thank you so much. My name is Wanjiru Kabuchi. I'm a teacher by profession. Until next time, bye.